back to my channel, Brian the Floridian. I'm back in the shave den for a shave. I'm your host, Brian, and this week is Stirling Week. So this week is actually in honor of Stirling Soap Company and their products, and I believe there's a few videos going around. I believe it was started by Melly Mel's and Nate from BBS Live, and also IMCDB, and a few other people that started this week of honoring Stirling. But anyway, guys, this shave's going to be about Stirling, and I'm going to be using one of my favorite soaps from Stirling, which is this guy right here, Stirling Sandpiper. So this is a soap, one of my favorites from Stirling. I have many favorites back in my shave den from Stirling. Probably one of the most collection of soaps I have in my shave den from one artisan. So definitely one of my favorite soaps, Sandpiper. So I'll be doing this for the shave, and it is late evening, so I just got off work, and I am pretty tired, but I'm really stoked about the shave. So I'm really excited about the shave. So I'll be doing the shave with this, and I'll be using also my Stirling Kong brush, which I haven't used in a while. So this is a brush that came out. I bought this back in 2015, I believe, 2015 or 2016, when they first came out. And at the time, when this came out, the king of synthetic brushes was Plasan, and they were pretty much in the $60 to $80 range for a synthetic brush. I mean, they were pretty more on the higher end to obtain, and Stirling decided to make their own synthetic brush, and they sourced their knots, I believe, from the same supplier as Plasan, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember at the time this brush came out, and also Shave Revolution, which is another company that had a presence on the wet shaving community and a store. They came out with their own synthetic brush also. So those two were the first brushes to come out, or makers to come out with their low cost versions of the Plus Soft. And pretty much after that, just everything started, the floodgates open for affordable synthetic brushes. So I'll be using this right here. This is a 26mm brush, and this is the Plus Soft knot. I believe it's the same knot as the Plasan brush, but just bigger. But man, this is soft. It's a huge lather beast too. Big handle, great brush. I'll be using that brush, and I'll be using for a razor, I'll be using this razor, which is my Schick Krona, and I believe this is 1960s or maybe 1966. This came out. It was popular around that time, and it's a turn to open razor, and it actually came out to compete against the Gillette Super Speed razors that were popular back then. So this is I believe the only turn to open double-edged razor that Schick ever put out, and it is a very nice shaver. One of my favorite razors to use. Probably even better to me than the Super Speed by Gillette. So I'll be using this razor here. This is the first, I think it's the first models that came out, the first editions that came out with this razor. I think the later ones had the metal knob on them, if I'm not mistaken, and it didn't feature the Schick Krona engraving on the silo doors here. So definitely a cool razor to use. Very nice, smooth shaver. And I'm gonna pair this with a feather blade, high stainless, and this will be the second use of the blade in this razor. But anyway, guys, let me go ahead and rinse my face. Got about one day of growth, so not too much hair to really mow down, but definitely ready for a shave. And can't wait to get this shave started. All right, guys, let me wash my face, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back for my first pass, my first face lather. Got my face fully hydrated. Just took a shower a minute ago, so I just got out of the shower, got off work, took a shower, just ready to get into this video. So I have the Sandpiper loaded on the brush here, the Stirling Kong, and haven't used this brush in a while, so kind of curious to see if I still enjoy it. I'm pretty sure I will, so let me do that first face lather here. And this knot is huge, 26mm Plus Soft style knot, and very soft. A little bit of backbone. Yeah, I was thinking about some products I can use for this shave in honor of Stirling, and I came across this in my shave den, the very back of my brush shelf. I saw the Kong, so definitely decided to take it out and use it because it's been a while since I used this brush. All right, need a little bit more water on my face here. Yeah, that should do the trick right there. So this week is in honor of Stirling, and a lot of wet shavers are doing a lot of videos, shave the days on Instagram, Facebook in honor of Stirling. So I just decided to do a wet shave video real quick, a mid-week shave. But I do love Stirling Products. This is one of my favorite soaps here, Sandpiper. It is basically, the scent is a dupe of the YSL La Nuit de l'Homme cologne that was popular back in I want to say back in the maybe it might have came out in the 1990s, late 1990s, or maybe 2000s, but definitely a nice smelling fragrance. Very fresh, very masculine. Highly recommend it if you haven't tried it yet. Kind of reminds me, in a way, of Creed Silver Mountain Water, that type of a scent. A light scent that lingers for a while. So very, very nice cologne scent. So anyway, that's first face lather, really thick lather. One of the things about Stirling is their soaps lather really easy, so no problem. Most people don't have a problem lathering up Stirling. So let me do that first pass with the Schick Krona here, the vintage razor I have in my collection here. So this is a mild shaver. Mild but very efficient, especially with a feather blade. And just a real easy razor to use. I love this razor for a quick shave, and just, you know, it's just a great daily driver in my opinion for if you're looking for a nice vintage razor to use for that purpose, because it's really definitely on the mild side and but very efficient. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Tuesday night and it's late. I just got off work just in time to see my Tampa Bay Lightning win the second game of their first round playoff against the Florida Panthers. So, funny, in the NHL playoffs, there's two Florida teams playing against each other in the first round, which is kind of funny, unheard of really. But I assure you guys that hockey is actually pretty popular in Florida, especially around the Tampa Bay area. Since the Lightning won the Stanley Cup last year, it has been really popular around here. So I watched the Lightning win. I watched my Tampa Bay Rays win against the Orioles. So definitely a cool thing to see when you get off work, to see your hometown team, both your teams win games. Oh man, this soap smells so good. Definitely a nice scent. Like I said, if you haven't smelled the cologne by YSL or Yves Saint Louis, the La Nuit de la Home, that's what they call it, that cologne. It is very, very nice. Very fantastic scent. Definitely if you have a chance to smell it, definitely try it out. Definitely a huge compliment getter, in my opinion. My wife loves that cologne. One of the best colognes out there. Alright guys, that's a nice first pass. Nice soap base. Stirling has a great soap base. And it doesn't really get much love out there, but man, their soap base just works. I mean, it might not be as flashy as, say, as Zingari Man or Holy Cow or A&E or those soap artisans that make great soap, but their soap base just works. It just has basic, it just has like the beef tallow, it's got the shea butter, the lanolin, it's got, I believe it's got the coconut milk. It just works. Rod has it down to a science, so definitely a great soap base. And I love the way it lathers. I always have good sleekness from their soap, so I just can't say enough good things about Stirling. I love their soaps. Alright guys, let me rinse my face. Be back for the second pass, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, back for my second pass, my second face lather here, with the huge Kong brush. And when I say huge, this knot is really huge. Look at the way it displays. It just covers probably half my face here. But definitely, I love Stirling Products. I love their brushes they offer, their soaps, their aftershaves. They just have so much good value products they have. Even their bar soaps are good value. I think their bar soaps a lot of times, when I buy them, they're on sale for like anywhere. I don't ever recall paying over $5 for their bar soaps, because a lot of times they're on sale. So, but they have great products. And one of the things I like to use recently is their aftershave witch hazel, methylated witch hazel for aftershave, which I believe is probably less than $10. A lot of times I'll use that instead of buying like the actual aftershave that goes with the soap, because I like the refreshing feel of the menthol. They have great balms, aftershave, splashes, hardwares, brushes, razors. They just came out with a new razor, which is a stainless steel razor that just came out. I've seen people use it so far, including Chris Bailey on IMCDB. And one thing I heard about is it's very aggressive. So probably more aggressive than the R41 by Mule, but very efficient. So I was kind of intrigued by it, but I'm probably not gonna get that razor, because if it's as aggressive as they say, I don't want to scrape half my face off. So, because I do have sensitive skin, I think the most aggressive razor I'll probably go with is a straight razor. So, it's funny because a lot of people think that straight razors are more aggressive than a safety razor, even more than a R41 or something like that. It's really aggressive, but really, once you have a straight razor shaved down and get used to it, even a sensitive skin person like me can use a straight razor. Because it kind of forces you to slow down and actually stretch your skin and go over the curves, with caution, and not cut yourself, and know when to stop when you start cutting yourself. With the R41, I've used that razor before, Mercure Future. You're basically, when you're going across your face, it's that quick to get a cut before you know it. So they can be definitely more aggressive than straight razors sometimes, I believe. But man, this is a nice fine shaver. I love this razor. These Schick Kronas. Yeah, one of the razors you don't see very often in antique shops or flea markets. I did pick up another one from eBay with the metal knob. I believe it's a later version of this without the lettering on the silo doors. Because I love this razor so much, I wanted to get another one. And they can be had for really inexpensive on eBay or Etsy or the places like that. These Schick Kronas. And for some reason, you definitely get them for a pretty decent price on those websites. I think I paid maybe less than $15 for this razor on eBay. But nevertheless, a very fine shaver with the right blade in it. And the right soap too, also, like Stirling. Yeah, definitely a nice shave. Stirling soap is awesome. They also, I wanted to say that they don't just offer these, they actually offer the refill pucks, the 4.5 pucks, to refill these tubs with. And they also offer samples. So one of the first few artists that actually offers samples, and they're actually good size samples. They're 1 ounce samples. And you can pretty much get a sample of every soap they have. And that's really cool about Stirling that they do that. And every time I order from them, they always throw in a couple samples for me. So fine artisan, definitely check them out if you don't know much about Stirling. And this happens to be 5.8 ounces, so definitely a lot of soap for, I believe, $13.75 was what I paid for this. So definitely great value in their products, in what you get for what you pay for. All right, guys, let me rinse my face. That was a fine shave, fine pass. And I'll be back for the final pass. All right, guys, back for my final face lather here. Back for the money pass against the grain. So definitely plenty of lather lift on the brush, the Kong. Man, this scent is amazing. It just smells really nice in this bathroom right now. Definitely one of the stronger ones they have in Stirling. So this scent's probably about a 7 out of 10 in scent strength. Yeah, definitely very pleasant. So if you guys don't know the cologne, I do have the notes for this soap. It actually has top notes of cardamom, middle notes of bergamot, cedar, and lavender. And the base notes of this is actually vetiver and caraway. So if you don't know the cologne, what it smells like, the La Nuit de la Homme, that's the scent notes of this. Pretty nice mix of scent notes for a nice scent. Yeah, look at that lather. Plenty of lather on this brush. I can probably do about 5 more passes with this Kong if I wanted to. Or maybe a head shave if I was bald. Alright, let me get this off the snot rack right here. Or the gills. Alright guys, when we do one more pass against the grain here. Alright, so nice slickness in the soap. One thing about Stirling is that they always support good causes also. As an artisan, they support a lot of wet shave groups on Facebook, as well as different charities. They actually supported, one of my favorite soaps is R for L, which is a charity designed to support families of fallen first responders. And they did a Stirling with Rod, and the Southwest Wet Shavers actually did a soap to raise money for that charity. And it's a great soap. It's got a nice scent to it. It's got the Apollo Ode scent to it. And I can't remember how much they donated. I think it was like at least in the 5 figures. They actually sold. I think Stirling actually contributed most of their profits for that charity, R4L, Responders for Life. That's the name of the charity. And I've seen them do soaps for different shave groups like Southwest Wet Shavers, also for Deep South Wet Shavers, I think, and other ones too. I can't remember, but other groups out there. So definitely heavily involved in the wet shave community. And definitely take feedback on anything. Great customer service. Every kind of communication I had with Rod has been great. I remember one time I called him, actually. I got the number off of Stirling. I actually called him had a question about something, about one of the scents of one of the soaps, and he actually answered the phone and answered my question for me. What artisan actually does that very often? That's pretty awesome. And he's making coffee right now. Mandy and Rod are just doing great things for Stirling. And their coffee is top notch, by the way. If you haven't tried their coffee, highly recommend their coffee. It's really top notch. Alright guys, that's the last pass. That was perfect. Anyway, nice scent. Just love Stirling. So in honor of Rod and Mandy, you guys are the best. I'm glad I did this shave. I love this scent. I love your stuff. Let me rinse my face, guys. I'll be back for the post shave. Alright guys, back for the post shave. So I'll be using the same aftershave splash as a soap, Sandpiper. And I do have the aftershave balm also back there, but I'm just going to use a splash for right now. And this smells really, really nice. This is actually more like a cologne than aftershave. The scent does linger for a while. Alright, put a little bit on my hand here. And on the face. Oh man, that smells really nice. I remember one day I put this on early in the morning for a shave, and I had to go work. And I worked like 10, 11 hours at where I work at the hospital. You know, you can't really wear too many heavy scents at the hospital, but I put this on because I work in healthcare, and people smell this on me for pretty much for 6 to 8 hours. This stuff lasts for, if you want a nice scent to linger close to your skin, that doesn't really project too much out. Stirling aftershaves are awesome. They do that. They're not really beast mode fragrances, but man, they just stay enough close to your skin that if you're close to someone, they'll notice for sure. Definitely great aftershave, great stuff. So guys, that's my shave, my Stirling shave in honor of Stirling, and I used the Stirling Sandpiper soap as well as the aftershave. I used the Stirling Kong. This is one of the first brushes I ever bought from Stirling. This is a 26mm plus soft style knot. And one thing about this brush when it first came out, the only synthetic brush I had besides this was my Plasson by El Aquitaine. I think I paid $60 for this. So this was like the cheapest synthetic brush at the time with this type of knot. And when Stirling decided to come out with their own brush, I think it was them and Shave Revolution came out at the same time. And they came out with a brush, the same brush, bigger knot for less than 20 bucks. So they brought the price down, made it more affordable for people to wet shave and use a nice synthetic brush. Just made it more affordable for wet shavers. So they were one of the first artists to bring this kind of brush to market. So kudos to Stirling for doing that. So great brush. And last but not least, I used the Schick Krona 1960s vintage razor. This is the turn to open, and I got the feather blade right there, still in there, and it was the second use of this blade. So excellent blade. One thing about feathers, after the first shave, the shaves are awesome with this blade. I can go for about 5 or 6 shaves after the first shave. So actually 7 shaves, and get pretty nice, decent shaves from this blade. So for some reason, these blades get better with each shave until about 7 or 8 shaves, and then I toss it until they start tugging. But man, excellent blade. That's one of the reasons why I love feather blades so much. Anyway, guys, that's my shave for Stirling week. Hope you guys have a good week. Hope you guys enjoy your shaves. And let me see you guys. I want to see your favorite Stirling products out there on your channels or your Instagrams or Facebook. Let me know. Let me know down below what your favorite scent is from Stirling, or your favorite products from Stirling. But anyway, guys, until this weekend or until later, you guys enjoy your shaves. You guys have a good week. And I can see you guys later. Take care.